As you know, South Sudan has spoken today about the permanent consultations. They did a permanent consultation, joint coordination regarding also the dam, regarding the Ethiopian dam.
Yes.
And they have decided that also they have to they confirmed that the importance is to give each country the right for their to get the benefits of the water of the Nile, and of course to respect the legal situation and the legal rules and laws that are bringing the common interest of all the Nile Basin countries.
So back to the conflict in Sudan, and then we're going to get back to the Renaissance Dam. But when it comes to the conflict in Sudan, do you believe that the Egyptian and the South Sudanese side could be some form of mediators and have some sort of roundtable talks between the warring parties to settle this conflict within the near future? Or is this not something that is possible between the warring parties in Sudan?
Excuse me, I didn't hear the question.
I'm asking, Madam Ambassador, if the South Sudan and Egypt can somehow create some sort of mediation process between the two warring sides in Sudan, or is this something that both parties in Sudan are not, accepting, or they're not looking to find some sort of mediation?
Of course, the international community and Egypt and Sudan and all the both neighbors of Sudan, 7 countries that are neighbors, are hoping to reach an agreement, and this will the ceasefire, sustainable ceasefire, will not happen except with all these countries pressuring the two factions to stop, because it is not normal that it continues for 4 months, and the displaced and those who are living, the civilian population of Sudan who are fleeing the country and leaving their homes, and those who are living in the displaced in tents around in Chad, around the borders of Sudan, is something very depressing. So there has to be a peace agreement, there has to be a peace process, there has to be a stop to the fighting, and the both countries, Egypt and South Sudan, can be playing a bigger role in supporting the peace negotiations between the two factions, especially that also Saudi Arabia has a meeting between both sides and trying to also support the efforts aiming to achieve a political settlement.
So, Madam Ambassador, given what's happening in the region as well, with what's happening from the Israeli bombardments of Gaza, do you believe that the diversion from what's happening in Sudan due to the increased conflict and the increased violence taking place in the Gaza Strip, has this also negatively affected the situation on the ground in Sudan, since no one is basically focused on what's happening right now in Sudan?
Of course, even what is happening in Ukraine, the media has been focusing on Ukraine for the past few months, and then Sudan, but now it is only Gaza that is hijacking all the media channels. But this will, I think, it's another pressure that the public opinion and the media and the social media have focused on a different crisis. So the Sudanese have to know that there is a saturation period for the crisis, that they have to think positively how to stop the fighting. And since the whole world has been looking at even the humanitarian aid is not arriving regularly to Sudan as it was before. And those who have been displaced need to go back to their country because the illegal immigrants who are received by countries around in the region are not going to continue to live there to accept them. They have to go back to their countries. So that is why the problem of Sudan has been overshadowed now because of what is happening in Gaza, of course.
Okay, Ambassador Zohar Chalabi, the former Assistant Foreign Minister, thank you so much for joining us over the phone. We're going to take a short break and move on.
Egypt opens up to the world.